Hello, today we're going to learn about triangle, side, and angle relationships. Our objective is to connect sides and angles of triangles, meaning to connect them in relationships. And this is page 57. All right, well, first of all, the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. So let me give you an example. So let's say I had this as one length of my side, this as another, and this as another. So if these are my three sides and I connect them, I can make a triangle out of these three lengths, because when I look at the two shorter sides and I line them up, it's longer than my third side. Just a little bit, but as long as it's longer than the third side or the longest side, it will be able to form a triangle. Okay? Now, if I had, let's say, this as my third side, you see how these are never going to meet? Because they're too short. Because when I line these up, they are shorter than that third side. So if you have two lengths that are shorter than the third side, well, they'll never meet, so thus they can't make a triangle. So the rule is two of your sides have to add up, the sum of them has to add up to longer or greater than that third side. Otherwise, it's not going to make a triangle. So here's the example I gave you here. We have 5, 4, and 7. So if you add 5 and 4, that equals 9. Well, 9 is greater than 7, or greater, the sum is greater than my third side. So yes, it can form a triangle. Now look over here, I've got a side of 2, 4, and 7. Well, if I add the two smaller sides, 2 plus 4 equals 6. 6 is not greater, it's less than 7. So because it's less than 7, it cannot form a triangle, because as you see, those are never going to meet because they're too short. All right, so now here's another relationship. Now, the sides and the angles that are across from them have a relationship. So let's look at that. The longest side of a triangle is always going to be opposite of the largest angle. So if you see right here, this is the longest side of my triangle, and it is across from the largest angle. All right, let's skip to this one. The shortest side, so my shortest side, is opposite the smallest angle. And the mid-size or medium side is opposite the mid-size or medium angle, or middle. All right, so let me go over this one more time. You see right here, we have this as the shortest side. So try not to look at what's right next to it. It's not the angles that are right next to it. It's always going to be the angle that's across from it. So I've used these letters to kind of help make it clearer. C, this side C, is across from this angle C. So because this is the shortest side, this will be the smallest angle. This side right here is the longest side. Because this is the longest side, the angle across from it is going to be the largest angle. And then whichever side is the medium or middle side, that will be across from the middle size angle. Now let me show you why. Let's say here's two sides of my triangle. Okay, and here's the third side. So you see how small my triangle or my angle is right here? So see how small this side has to be to make them meet up? Well, as I increase that angle, the side length is going to get larger and larger. So now it's about 6 inches. I increase the angle more and it's gotten longer. I increase the angle more and it's gotten really long. So the more that I move these sides apart and this angle increases, then the side that connects across from them has to increase as well. It gets longer and longer and longer and longer, which is why the longest side is across from the largest angle, okay? All right, so now which value could be the length of x? So we have 9 and 4, and we're trying to figure out, well, is this gonna be this side or is this number gonna be this side? Well, we have to then look again and remember this rule. I know the two sides and the two smallest sides have to add up to more than the third side. So I can see by the picture that these two look like the smallest sides. So let's add those. So 9 plus 4, well, 9 plus 4 is 13. And then 13, if the other side was 15, well, 13 is less than 15. And remember, it has to be more. So that looks like it's not going to work. Let's try this one. Again, we have 9 and 4, which makes 13. 13 is greater than 10, so that does work. So then it would be 10. So x equals 10. So now this one is going to refer to this information. So we have triangle ABC, and it has angle measures of 45 degrees, 58 degrees, and 77 degrees. Match each angle with its correct measure. So we have, this would be angle A, angle B, and angle C. Well, I don't know which is which, but I do have the sides labeled. So I can use this information. I know that the longest side, which if I look here, looks like this. 7 is the longest side, and it's going to be across from the largest angle. So that means that C has to be the largest angle. So then I look at my three choices, and 77 is the largest angle. So then that means C has to be 77 degrees. All right, then I know that the shortest side is across from the smallest angle. So the shortest side would be 5. So then I look right across from it, and that would be A. So A has to be the smallest one, so that means 45 would go here. And the one left over, 58, has to be angle B. All right, so make sure you remember these rules. The two smallest sides of a triangle always have to add up to more than the third side. And remember how sides and angles correlate on a triangle. Just remember, it's always the side or angle opposite of each other. So this side opposite of this angle. These two have a relationship. All right, keep practicing, and thanks for watching.